Hello. So I'm back with another one of my divine messages that came in the form of a dream. In this dream, I had one of my ex friends visit me, and I lived in this huge marble type home. It was luxurious. And this lady comes with her dad to meet my dad. And our dads are not friends in real life or in the dream life. She just brought her dad to meet my dad. And as soon as she came in my house, she tried to lift me in her arms. I got embarrassed by that behavior. She was trying to over flatter, being a sycophant. So I asked her to put me down. Uh, and yeah, that was the whole dream. I'll go into the interpretation part. So, people who you have either cut off are in the past, or somewhere you stopped communication with them, will now try to get back into your life now that they see that you are doing very well. Now that they see you flourish, now that they see that you are doing well in life, that you no longer need their friendship or love or anything, they will try to come back into your life, and they will find a different tactic because them alone coming into your life will not allow that. They will try a different kind of tactic. So in the dream, she brought her dad, but in real life, it could be anything. This person may try to ask for your help. This person may try to sell you a new gossip. This person may try to help you or something. They'll come with an excuse, but all they want is an access back into your life. And you will know this when they try to over flatter you. You will clearly understand that they're trying to be a bootlicker. So they would love bomb you in a way, and this could be either platonic or romantic. So either kind of parties could come back. And you have to ask them to stop. If it bothers you, you have to ask them to stop without guilt. So this is the next part of the dream. When my ex-friend and her dad came to visit my dad was actually sleeping. So I had to go and wake him up and tell him that there's guest that he needs to attend. So he wakes up, and I thought he's getting ready to meet the guest, but he's actually wasting time near the bathroom. So I go and tell him, please attend the guest. This is not good that you're keeping the guest waiting while they have come specifically to meet you. So that was the second part of the dream. And this is the interpretation part. Adults in your life have not been adulting. They are not taking the responsibility they should be taking, and you have to always like school them, tell them what to do, and tell them how to behave in front of people instead of then doing the opposite. Instead of you being the child that you should be, you are parenting your own parent. This has been your entire childhood, and you are still doing this as an adult. Now, the adults in your life do act like adults, but they only act. They are not taking the real responsibilities of an adult. And over time, people have actually caught up to their act. They can see that the actual parents or guardians or adults around you are not actually taking the responsibilities. It's all in your head. You are being taken advantage of, you are overburdened, and you have your own responsibilities plus their responsibilities. So their masks are now falling in front of people, in front of the public now. These people who act like adults in your life have always used aggression and a loud behavior to suppress your voice. And you always tried to show people that this is not right, but nobody listened to you until now. Now that the masks have actually fallen, people can clearly see that these people are just being aggressive without substance. There is no substance in their character. and that you have been a victim of their aggression all along. There was a time when people listened to these adults and tried to school you instead of seeing the bad behavior in the adults in your life. But now the truth is coming out, and people can clearly see who is at fault. And instead of sympathizing with the aggressor, they are now starting to sympathize with you, the actual victim in this situation. And I am saying this very lightly, in a very light manner, but this could be something extreme in your life. The adults might be like really not taking care of their responsibility. This could be money, this could be their jobs. So everything might have become a burden on you, and you might be taking care of them. I'm not saying don't take care of your parents or guardians or adults in your life or grandparents. I'm just saying that there are responsibilities that they can take care of easily that they have still burdened on you. Not just that, they have stopped celebrating you, probably never did, but whatever little bit of celebration they did for you, they did it for the society. And now they have stopped even that. And people can clearly see that you never received the love that a child should receive from their parent or guardian or a grandparent. You have become hardened by their behavior, their reckless, immature behavior. And now you have become so strong that none of their words, their blame tactics, aggression works on you. This could be any kind of adult around you, it could be your siblings as well, elder siblings, parent, etc. And their blame game, their aggression is not working against you anymore. You don't even take it seriously. Since you are the one doing everything, their being around you or not being around you does not matter anymore. You can take care of yourself, you can take care of other people as well. But it's not good that you are being tortured every now and then for every little thing that can be taken care of by the actual parents or guardians. And because of these adults around you, you are having to face shame for their actions. You are always having to repeatedly correct their behavior or cover up their behavior. And it is becoming a burden to you now. You are tired of correcting their behavior. It's shameful in every single way. Now, this is the third part of the dream, and this is different from the first part, the parent and adult part. I have talked about fake friends approaching you back. I have talked about adults not adulting in your life. And the third part is about the kinds of guys or girls that are approaching you or are being presented to you by your family members that are not up to the mark. So I'll talk about men since I'm a female, but if you are a man, you can just reverse the roles. And we are just talking about characters, and it does not matter which gender you are. Okay, the character can switch between genders. So the kinds of men that have been approaching you or females that have been approaching you are nowhere near to where you are in your standards. They usually hide the fact that they are not up to the mark. They, for example, they act like they're financially stable, they're emotionally stable, they are at a good place in life when they are actually not. So they are just faking their physical aspects that matter to you in order to get close to you. And I would call that deceit. This is not truth, it's just deceit. Trying to deceive somebody just to get into their space and waste their time is a form of deceit. The people who are finding these matches for you, it could be your friends, it could be your family members, it could be your relatives, it could be your own parents. The people who are trying to find a match for you are themselves not in a good place, are not up to the standard or the rational capability or a sound person that can find the right person for you, if you know what I mean. So these kind of people don't understand what you want, and they think that you are overzealous, that you have a long list of aspirations in a person that nobody can fulfill, and you know the right match, the right person exists, that the universe is abundant. But these people like try to sell you short. They have been telling you to lower your expectations and just uh marry a person and see how it works, because that's how they have been dealing with marriages in their life. They never had a standard for themselves, and now you see marriages around you fall before it even like gets good. It just started as a mainstream, very basic kind of marriage, and it then kept falling to a new low every new year. So you have seen marriages fall apart around you, and the adults around you, the people around you, the people who are finding matches are themselves not up to the standards. And you have expressed it to them. You have expressed it to them a way too many times that this person is not my match, this person is not my match, this person is not my match. And these people are now frustrated, but they are not capable of understanding your frustration. And you can clearly see that it's because these people don't meet the standards themselves. You have also felt guilty about discussing your standards with somebody around you, the ones who are showing you matches. And this made you feel bad because somewhere you realized, somewhere you sense that the other person also sense that they are not up to the mark. So you felt guilty about it. These kind of people also make you doubt in yourself, which you shouldn't do, because you know what's best for you, and the people around you may not know that. So stand your ground. Do not let people dictate your life, and do not feel guilty around wanting what you want. Keep wanting it because it's out there. I can promise you that. You are at a stable place mentally, and do not change that thought about yourself for anyone, especially if it makes people uncomfortable. Let them be uncomfortable. You're not here to make people comfortable around you just because they don't understand you. It's okay if they don't, but do not like bring down your own standards just to make the people around you comfortable. Okay? When you maintain this attitude, that's when you break generational curses. Bad marriages, bad behavior, domestic abuse, all this kind of crap happens when you just follow a traditions without realizing what you really want. When you realize what you really want, when you nurture that thought, when you care about yourself, that's when you create an environment that is sustainable for every other being that's there around you. These people are also scaring you with time, the time's running out, that if you don't settle down now, that nobody would want you later in the years. And time kind of doesn't scare you. I mean, it does, but it doesn't scare as much as the thought of marrying or being with the wrong person. And you are right. You're absolutely right in that thought. Imagine you married today, you got with a person today that's not up to your standards, and you are in bad terms with them by the end of this year. There is no point. There is no point in getting married to a person like that, because, yeah, you saved 6 months. So what? You wasted your entire life. Now you'll have to settle down every single day. You have to settle down into lower standards that you knew you didn't want to settle into, just because you succumbed to the pressure from outside, from people who did not have standards for themselves. So now you don't have standards for yourself. And if time is what scares you, it will now scare you for the rest of your life. So do not be scared of time, do not be scared of external circumstances. Be scared of not following your own dreams and needs and wants. So this is also came in the dream download. The people who actually gave in to these pressures are now facing the burdens of their decisions. And you can see how heavy that burden is on these people. These people are now trying to reverse the effects of their bad decisions, their failed marriages, and what went wrong. They're trying to reverse it back, but it's not happening because once you have settled into a bad place, it's very difficult to get back, get out of that situation. These people are also like surrounded by heavy responsibilities, heavy work around their marriage, and it is taking a toll on them just to make it work. And a marriage or a partnership shouldn't be that hard. A partnership, partnership, I also said, I just said partnership. So maybe you're going through that. So a partnership shouldn't be hard. It should be easygoing. When two people come together, their burdens should go half. But a lot of marriages or partnerships that you see around yourself are like when these two people come together, the burdens just increase. Suddenly, a person is more stressed. That shouldn't be the case of a good marriage or a partnership. It should always burden you down. You should be sharing responsibilities. You should be sharing your pain, sharing their love, and not the other way around. You shouldn't be giving yourself more, giving the other person more burden, taking their share of the pain. That's what I'm talking about. You shouldn't be taking the share of other person's pain. The other person should be capable enough to take care of their own pain. And if they are not, you are there to support them. But if all their pains, all their misery, all their financial troubles are your troubles, okay, that's when it goes down. You have to be a complete individual by yourself, both of you. And that's when two people should come together. And I'm not just talking about finances. There should be even emotional stability. There should be other forms of stability. You should know what it is in your life. Also, see that these people are living a life without purpose. There's just senseless living with no motive, just earning money and spending it somewhere, and earning money and spending it somewhere. You know, something is not working out, let's have a kid, and then spend more money on the child. Like there's no purpose. It's just doing because the rest of the people are doing. But animals do it too. What's different? What's the difference between you and animals? You have to put thought, reasoning, love, and everything that you are as a person into a marriage, into a partnership for it to actually work, and not just follow the pressures of the society, follow the limitations of time, follow the crowd, follow your neighbor. You have your own brain, your own thought process, your own heart to follow in every single domain, not just marriages, everywhere. Career, your hobbies. You should have your own things to do. You must have things that you like by yourself. You shouldn't be a painter just because your neighbor is a painter. You shouldn't be a writer just because you saw somebody else write and succeed. You should do things that nurture your own soul. You should find a partner that nurtures you. Just because somebody is dating a model doesn't mean you should also date a model. Okay? Cater to what serves you. Your soul will know it. But you'll only know that once you allow it to survive on its own. Once you give it enough love and nurture and awareness for it to exist. That's when it will guide you in the right direction. Hope this thing made sense. I'm moving to the next part of the dream. Yeah. In the next part of the dream, another friend of mine came back, and this friend was somebody that I actually liked. So when she came back, I hugged her extra long, and I was happy that she was back. So there will be somebody that you really want back in your life from the past, and you are in no contact because I am not in contact with this person at all, and you will be happy. So those people will also be coming back who you have cut contacts with, or somehow you got disconnected with them in the past, and now they will also be coming back, and this time the union would be good. So that's all I had for today. People who you don't like will come back into your life to bootlick, and you have to tell them no without guilt. Adults in your life are not adulting. You have to let them be their childless self and move on with your life and take your own decisions for your own good. What was the third one? Yeah, do not settle for a wrong partner. Do not settle for a wrong partner just because you're pressured by time and people around you. If this person meets your standards, you allow them to look for matches for you. Otherwise, you look for the matches yourself. Fourth, good people will also be turning in your life, the people that you actually want to see. So, which is good news. We are ending on a good note, and I hope this video brought some clarity to you, and we'll meet again. All right. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye.